Josh as a kid?
I said a Triscuit, a biscuit.
Vanilla on top.
Ooh, Shocky Lot. Oh, today we're going to be reviewing the movie Big.
Not small, not little, but
not medium.
Not average, but big.
Not the littles.
But before we get into it, let's check out that trailer, shall we?
Yes, let's.
Big.
Josh Baskin was tired of always being told where to go, what to do, and how to do it.
Professionalism.
At its best.
He was tired of being a kid.
Holy shit.
Make my wish.
I wish we could get together.
Wish I were big.
For most kids, growing up seems to take forever.
Sweetheart, you're gonna miss the bus and I can't drive you today.
But for Josh Baskin, all it took was a good night's sleep. Tom Hanks is big, but his mind has a ways to go.
I mean, I like you and I want to spend the night with you.
Do you mean sleep over?
Yeah.
Okay. But I get to be on top.
Big. A comedy for people of all sizes.
Oh, boy.
This summer, think big.
That's what a trailer should be.
Exactly.
I don't recall her saying that in the movie.
I don't think she did.
Oh, she didn't say nothing in the movie. She just sat there.
Who?
Elizabeth Perkins. And that when she was down there, when she couldn't sleep with the 12-year-old, she just went. Holy shit.
Oh, a little bit more about this movie is after wishing to be made big, a teenage boy wakes to the next morning to find himself mysteriously in the body of an adult boy.
Oh, we gotta have fun. We gotta have fun.
Yeah, this is one of those movies to where it's just a fun movie. It's one of those things that's kind of like it's like a body switch movie, but it's the same body. You know what I mean?
So they don't switch?
No, it's not a switch. He just grows up. He's
Like,
big.
Who doesn't? What 12-year-old boy does not dream of being big? What he should have said is he just wanted to be fucking taller.
Yeah, that's what he should.
He should.
I want to be taller.
I want to be big, and he made him older.
Yeah, he should have wished to be a little bit taller. He
Like
should have wished to be a baller.
Hell yes.
He wished he
Well, he
had
said
a
he
girl
could play
as a
basketball though.
kid. He'd call her.
He had
a girl, but he couldn't call her.
64 Impala.
Yes.
Yeah. No, he had a bicycle.
But I mean, this is one of those movies that I enjoyed as a kid, and on rewatch, I thought it was fun as well. Wishing in his old time machine, waking up, you're big. Then they take his best friend takes him to the city. He gets him this crappy ass hotel to sleep in, to where he hears gunshots and stuff in the middle of the night, and then somehow he gets a job at a toy company.
That must be a bad part of New York when they had to go, and you hear nothing but gunshots and stuff. That's a bad play on New York in the 80s.
It really was. It really was. But it was probably also true.
Probably. I was going to say it's probably more accurate than not.
Yeah.
Probably in the Bronx. They're probably in the Bronx where Coming to America was in the 80s.
But let's face it, as a kid, who didn't want to actually grow up and work at a toy company and then just work all day playing with toys? That's all he did. Yeah. all he did was just play with toys. And you're a liar if you said you didn't want that piano to be on the floor, to be playing the piano and jumping on the
I
piano
have
like
walked
that.
on that piano when FAO Schwartz was in Orlando. That piano is about 15 foot long. It was huge.
It, yeah, it was big. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. It was super fun on rewatch. I would definitely. Steve's like, I'm out.
Like this shit, I'm gone.
It's I would definitely recommend this to almost anybody. I almost said it's a family friendly movie, but it's kind of not. But yeah, it's a fun one. Steve, what did you think about this movie on rewatch?
It's a great one. I mean, I've been watching this movie since it came out in 1980 something. I'm a big Tom Hanks fan.
Hmm.
Elizabeth Perkins, the dad from Home Alone. I mean, there's a lot of great names. I want to say that young Josh is a young Thomas Everett Scott. So you both look at me. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He was in
It was
the
David Moscow.
Oneaters.
David Moscow.
It was David Moscow. Then I was wrong. It wasn't Thomas Everett Scott. I'm an asshole. I like Big. It's good. I like Penny Marshall. I think she was a great director
Hmm.
with what she did, and I'm going to pass it because I've said too many times.
Mikey the Freak, what'd you like about this movie on rewatch?
I think this is a great Tom Hanks movie where Tom Hanks can have fun
Yeah.
with his character and be that 12-year-old little boy that he wanted to be. I think he had
Really?
a great time filming this, being able to play with all the toys. Who would not want an apartment like that? They have one single bunk bed in this big ass apartment. He's got to be making a shitload of money for
A,
research and development at Macmillan Toys.
a huge trampoline in the living
Yeah,
room.
Jesus. I know the trampoline that we had at the house, and there's no way we'd be able to fit that in our house.
Nope.
No. And this was a big square trampoline, almost like a gymnastic training trampoline. It's
Hmm.
crazy. But yeah, pinball machines and video games and uh,
Skateboards.
yeah, I mean, who wouldn't
Hmm.
want to have all that? So yeah, I mean, I think when you're young, you kind of want to see and you want to wish you were older, not really taller as much. But you want to be older just to have that experience. But then once you get older, you have all the bills and all that stuff, and you just want to be a kid again. You don't want the responsibilities.
Fact, I definitely want to be a kid again now. Like,
I want to
I
be,
don't,
yeah.
I don't want my bills. I don't want my bills. I want no
I want to be,
responsibilities.
I want to be 18 years old with no bills.
Yeah,
I'd rather just wake up and be like somewhere between 9 and 12. I'd be fine with that.
yeah, I'd be good with that.
Yeah, 12 was good. I
Yeah.
think 12. Yeah, I mean, but great movie all
Yeah.
around. Absolutely great movie.
All right, ratings. I'm gonna rate this movie. I'm gonna rate it at 8.5. I really enjoy this movie. It's one of those ones I watch all the way through. It's 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 just a fun movie. I there's no other way to put it. It's just a fun movie. Steve, how would
It's
you
a
rate it?
fun movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it just a solid 8.
All right.
It's a fun movie. It's very enjoyable. It's I would say it's a family flick. I watched it with my parents, but my parents took me to go see Rising Sun, which opens with a rape murder. So uh, family is a
Surprise!
different definition for everybody.
That's
No,
true.
it's a fun one. It's Penelope Marshall. It's Tom Hanks. Yada yada yada. Mikey the Freak.
Not a yada yada. Yeah, I think it's one of those movies. Fun.
No
Invite
rating. What's your
and
rating?
what is it? It. Oh, I didn't say it, did I? It's a solid 8. I'm in
Solid
the
8.
8s as well. Fun Tom Hanks movie. Looks like it would have been fun to film. Um, who didn't want to be a kid? Who didn't want to be an adult at that age as well? Um, just just to have that experience. I mean, I'd love to work at a toy store.
Right?
It would be so much fun. Of course, you wouldn't be able to play with everything. But
Eh,
either way, yeah. So a solid 8 for me. Great movie. A great rewatch. I'd recommend it to
mhm.
anybody. It's good.
All right. Some
Yeah.
fun facts about this movie. Penny Marshall became the first female director to ever direct a movie that grossed more than 100 million at the box office with this movie.
Oh wow. That's cool.
Nice.
Tom Hanks improvised the scene where he eats the baby corn as if it were a normal sized corn on the cob, which I love that scene actually.
That's good.
Um, David Moscow wore colored contact lenses to match the eye color of Tom Hanks. And that's what I have for some fun facts.
Oh, fun
Uh,
fact! Fun fact! They couldn't get the rights to "Happy Birthday," so which is why when they're in the thing, they're just going "Happy Birthday, Happy Birthday, Happy." They don't sing like the actual "Happy Birthday to You" because they couldn't get the
I
rights.
did. I didn't even know that song was copyright.
It was at one point.
Yeah. Wow.
I know
All
they
right.
said
Well.
happy birthday, like you couldn't understand who they were saying.
Well.
So that was
Speaking
good.
of the Happy Birthday song, Steve, what do we have for soundtrack?
Man, so this soundtrack was actually done by Howard Shore. So this is a professionally scored film. Here is the
Oh.
soundtrack with no song going over 4 minutes, with the exception of one, which is the title credits. Uh, Big opening, Calliope, Calliope, Zoltar, Waking Up, New York, Alone in the Hotel, Toy Store Walking Piano, To Bed, Racquetball, Falling in Love, Moonlight Serenade, Josh and Susan, The Envelope, Visiting Home, The Confession, Billy and Mom, Finding Zoltar, Goodbye / End Titles, Waking Up Alternate, New York Alternate, Visiting Home Alternate number 2,
The whole
Billy
movie.
and Mom Alternate, Goodbye Part 1 Alternate, Goodbye Part 2 Alternate, and End Titles Alternate.
Wow. Without the alternates, you could almost read the playlist and go right beat by the movie.
That's it. That was the whole movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the whole movie.
because it's
Yeah.
scored by Howard
Yeah.
Shore. So
That's pretty cool. Mikey the Freak, what do we have for some related reels on this one?
Yeah, so related reels. I went with Robert, and I think it's Logia. Is that how it's pronounced?
Robert Lozier.
Logia. Logia.
Haven't you seen Family Guy? My
No.
name is Robert Loggia. Let me
Okay.
spell it out for you. R as in Robert Lozier. O as
No,
in
I didn't see
over
it.
there is Robert Loggia.
No, I haven't seen it. All right. So Robert Logia, Necessary Roughness, Over the Top, and Armed and Dangerous.
And Opportunity Knocks.
No, it doesn't.
It does with Dana Carvey.
I liked Armed and Dangerous. Have you ever seen Armed and Dangerous?
Oh
That's a
yeah,
great.
I love
That's a
Armin
good
Danger.
movie.
Gene
Eugene Levy,
Hackman and
John
Dom
Candy.
DeLuise.
Huh?
It's Gene, isn't it? Is Armed and Dangerous? Isn't that Gene Hackman and Dom DeLuise?
No, it's John Candy and
Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy. Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Jeez. All right, back to it. Tom Hanks, Turner and Hooch, Castaway, and Forrest Gump. And of course, his list goes on and on and on and on. Elizabeth Perkins, Weeds. She was a main character in the show Weeds.
Celia Hodes. Her name was Celia Hodes.
Yes. He said, she said. Kevin Bacon, and the Flintstones
Yeah.
as Wilma.
Hell yeah.
Oh, she was Wilma?
Yes, she was Wilma.
Have you not seen the Flintstones?
No.
Maybe I'll change my 90s pick.
John Goodman.
Rick
Rick
Moranis,
Moranis,
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell.
It's Elizabeth Taylor's last film.
I didn't know that.
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen play Pebbles.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Halle Berry's in it. That dude from Twin Peaks.
I have to check it out.
Flintstones. I love the Flintstones. All right. That's all I got.
All right. Well, as we come to a close, Steve, where can people find you on your podcast, sir?
Last podcast you'd want. Tip the field, try the staff. Thank you all for coming. And if you didn't, better luck next time.
If you like what you see here, make sure you do all the YouTuber things. Give us a good old thumbing. Hit that like, subscribe. Tell us what was your favorite part about this movie down in the comments.
We love
also, yeah, First Knuckle Deep. Can't beat it. Make sure you check out the sister channel to the Back to the Retro Review, which is the Mod Squad. We have a horror show, a gamer show, a Movie Talk Monday show, and we go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. All right. So, what are you laughing at?
Steve.
It's Loose Cannons. The movie I was thinking of is Loose Cannons.
Oh, Loose Cannons.
With Gene Hackman and Dan Aykroyd.
Yes.
All right, well, that does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. So, for Mikey the Freak and Steve, I am the Bearded Geek saying thank you for being a friend, everybody.
Stay big.
It was Loose Cannon.